Good morning, everyone out there. Um, I'm winding up my study on anxiety, and I've been sitting here for maybe 15 minutes after my lesson, just trying to wrap my head around some of the things that God is speaking to me this morning. And so I just thought I would share. I'm going to try to make the video short, hopefully shorter so people are more out to listen to it. So anyways, I guess since the spring, maybe since May, or I don't know exactly when, I have been praying to God for a friend. Just someone who understands how I'm going through, like how I'm feeling, the things that I'm going through. Just someone that can say, me too, I get that, me too, I've been there, me too. Oh, how I long for someone that just gets it, just gets me. I have a handful of sisters, and over the last 2 years, some of us have kind of just broken away from each other. We have things that are going on in our lives, in our personal lives, and we're just not as available for each other. We're still there, but we're just not as available. And so I miss that. I miss it so much. I miss calling my sister up all through the day, sometimes only a minute, 2-minute phone calls just to be like, oh my gosh, this just happened, or oh my gosh, this is how I feel. And just having them listen or be like, oh my gosh, me too, I completely understand, I've been there. So I've been really missing it and longing for it, and I just feel like I've said to the Lord so many times, like, if I had a person in my life, it would just help me get through whatever it is I'm going through. It would just help me. You always feel like you do better when you have someone there, understanding, being compassionate, and just loving you through hard times. And I think that's the part about anxiety that really gets you down, is when you start feeling isolated, when you start feeling like no one can possibly understand this, no one in your life gets it, or maybe everyone in your life is so busy that they don't even realize that you're struggling. Oh gosh, that can feel like me sometimes as well. So as I continue to pray this prayer, I think about, I told this to my son just the other day, sometimes people come into your lives and they're there for certain periods of time, and that's because God put them there to help you get through a situation. But sometimes at the end, they go away. Maybe they're not go away, but the relationship kind of, and it stinks because you miss them, or, you long for their friendship or the support that you had. But the thing that I told my son, and that I have to remind myself, that when somebody leaves your life, it doesn't have to be some dramatic breakup. Sometimes relationships just change, lives change, but God, when somebody is removed from your life, you can have faith in knowing that He's going to replace that with somebody else. And so as my son moves into the 9th grade, and some things change, and maybe some of his friends and the relationships that he has, I told him, regardless of that, God will always put someone in your life to help you in the next stage or the next step in your life. So with that being said, as I'm reading my devotional today on anxiety, it talks about how how Jesus literally went through temptations. He knew what it felt to be lonely and isolated, and like nobody understood him. He lived a perfect life, but that doesn't mean that he didn't experience all of those feelings that we experience today. And how awesome it is to know that we have a King, a God who not only is our leader, is our king, but he knows what it's like to be in these positions that we are in. He is our me too. Me too, I get it. And how much more encouraging is it to know that you can come to him with whatever it is that you're struggling with, and he's not going to be like, okay, get on with it, or get over it, move on, whatever. He understands it. He's been lonely. He has been isolated. There were so many times throughout the Bible where he suffered. Just because he never sinned, just because he was perfect, does not mean that he did not experience the same exact struggles that we are experiencing today. So knowing that, we can find comfort in knowing that we can go to him, because he's going to understand us, and he's going to support us, and he's going to love us. And just knowing that he is this perfect sympathizer in the things that we go to, we can have hope in knowing that he's going to get us, he's going to love us, he's going to support us, and he's just going to be there for us. So even when you feel alone, even when you're depressed or you're anxious and you feel isolated, even when your sisters are busy doing their own lives and they're busy and you feel like you're sitting over here by yourself, you're never really alone. You're never alone. You always have God, and you can always go to him knowing that he understands what it's like. So I think that is such an encouragement. And I often here recently don't have as much time to sit here and post, type out things that I want to say. So I've just been posting videos, hoping that, maybe they might touch somebody who needs that encouragement for the day. But what I am learning is that our lives are busy, and sometimes it's hard to just sit here and read or study a Bible study guide. So I fill my mind as much as I can with podcasts and Audible books and Audible sermons. Stephen Furtick is a great one that I listen to on YouTube. So I just try to fill my mind as much as possible with things from things of God, because when you fill your mind with those things, you're pushing out all of the anxiety. You're pushing out all of the thoughts and the uncertainties and the things that are going to make your brain like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I just encourage you, in whatever way that works for you, that you just spend time with God every day, because the more you fill yourself up with the Lord, the less space there is in your mind for the stress and the anxieties of life. So definitely have a happy Saturday. I need the day off. So my house is a wreck, so I'm going to try to get some things done, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.